Now, Western Cape universities are waiting for a final plan from the Higher Education Department. But as you will remember, the academic year was disrupted due to COVID-19 outbreak. And some universities have indicated that they will begin as low-density campuses. So let's discuss this even further with Professor Ahmed Bauer, from the University of South Africa. Prof, good to have you, and a very warm good morning to you. I mean, usually at this time, pre-COVID, that is, we'd know that students would be queuing up this month trying to register and, clinch their spot into universities. But obviously with COVID-19, that has been, impacted. And as far as the academic year starting early, just take us through, how much of a disruption has been caused and when eventually students will get back into classrooms.
Good morning, Tumelo, and all the best for 2021. Let's hope it's better than this year, last year at least. The universities are all geared to reopen between around about the 8th of March and the first week in April. And it's staggered in that way because for two reasons. The one is that the matric results, the NSC results, will only be published on the 23rd of February. And secondly, because the completion of the academic year 2020 has been staggered. Some universities are still to complete the academic year. And hence this kind of period between the 8th of March and the first week in April. So universities are geared to reopen, but it will be a very different reopening, if you like. It won't be the usual one. Because students will be either be returning to campus and engaging in blended learning from the very outset. So in other words, using a mixture of technology and face-to-face in small group settings. Or in other cases, it will be where students really continue to work from home. Using technology, and that just depends really on the state of technology use that's available both to the universities and to the students. Clearly, last year, this shift to online learning was a very difficult one and a very rapid one,
right?
With a range of difficulties that emerged, and some of those have now been resolved. But certainly not all of them. Some of those difficulties,
Yeah, I'm looking at the Mercury newspaper here, Prof, and we'll be getting into our newspapers right here on the show in just a moment. But the Mercury leading with UNISA told to slash numbers. We understand that the minister says the institution has to at least reduce new entrants by 20,000. Will this be, just unique to UNISA, or are we seeing different universities having to consider a small amount of new entrants, meaning first-year students, than normal?
No. I think this is a very particular UNISA issue. This doesn't have to do with the whole sector. So the universities would really be registering students according to their enrollment plans. I think the UNISA issue is really tied to a ministerial review, ministerial investigation into UNISA. That's a separate issue. But the others will all aim to register as many students as are required by the enrollment plans.
Yeah, and just before I let you go then, Prof, we know that universities have lamented in the past year how they've been hard hit by COVID-19 financially, in terms of subsidies and, the financial support usually they enjoyed has been severely compromised. How does the year 2021 look just in terms of infrastructure maintenance, financial support when it comes to universities in SA?
No, I think things look pretty dire. We don't yet know what the subsidy situation is going to be for the year 2021-2022. So that's still to be announced by government, and of course onwards from there. But we are expecting there to be subsidy cuts, if you like, as we head into the future, and that will have enormous implications for the way in which universities operate. And what we're hoping is that it won't require severe cutbacks in staff, because that's by far the biggest expenditure of universities.
All right, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we've run out of time, but we have to leave it there, Prof. Thank you so much for your time, Professor Ahmed Mawa.